And
Well,
Robert Reich or Reich, I don't know, but
Rush.
he like the Third Reich.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if he's a blithering idiot or he's just like a globalist shill or what, but he was saying that he wants more inflation. Like basically, the way he phrased it is like, "Oh, these Republicans are complaining about inflation. You know, that's when people's wages rise. We need more of that inflation." Nobody's complaining about wages going up. And the thing is when you have a lot of bad inflation, let's say your wages go up. That's the same as your wages not going up. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, if they stayed the same, then you're losing money. I'm just saying, if there's crazy inflation and your wages go up, you're lucky if it keeps up with the inflation.
Well,
And inflation fucks over poor people the most too.
especially if you have savings, right? It fucks you over. I'll give you an example. Um, uh, they give you $1 million, right? But then what good is $1 million when
Yeah,
$1 million
or
buys
you
you?
could let's say you know, you can make $20 an hour as the minimum wage, but it's worth $5. So
Right.
are you really ahead or not?
Yeah. My grandparents used to tell me about times when they needed literally um, a crate to buy eggs, like a crate full of money, because it
Yeah,
was worthless to buy eggs and shit during World War II. Like money was worthless. That's inflation, by the way. When you need
yeah,
a
it's
wheelbarrow,
ridiculous. And then to pretend, yeah, you can say, and the thing is that normally, let's say you're pro labor, whatever, and you can say, "Oh, wages are rising. That's good, right?" Well, if it's not, it's probably not even keeping up with inflation. So no, that's not good. You'd be better off if there wasn't the inflation and your wages stayed the same.
I remember in Greece when Greece had the drachma in the 1970s, when they needed to buy something. Literally, my parents had stacks. You ever see like old Miami Vice episodes where they open the briefcase and there's money in there, like to do a drug deal? You know, not Miami. Just doesn't have to be Miami Vice. Any sort of drug dealer show. There's always a briefcase they open up and it's all like bundles of cash and like all in a row. That's how I remember my parents carrying money around to do normal shopping in 1970s Greece with the inflation that was there. Like that's what I remember inflation being like. And then when I came to the United States, we had that inflation period in the 1970s before Reagan. I remember that shit. It was fucking hard going for my parents. There was times where we kind of ate a little bit. My parents always made sure me and my sisters were fully fed, but I remember my parents like um, not eating as much as me and my sisters were because you couldn't buy shit in the supermarket because it was so inflated. Like luckily my mom is one of those old time like village cooks, so she doesn't need to buy expensive processed food. A bag of green peas can go like a long way in feeding a family. So she didn't need all that fancy shit that was expensive. But I remember my parents talking about inflation being so high that maybe coming to the United States was a mistake because they would make all this money, but it was worthless. You
And
know
what
what
do
I
you
mean?
do if you have to drive to work and then the gasoline's super expensive? Oh, you just buy an electric car. Everybody can do that, right?
Yeah, Tesla's almost like the most expensive car out there, but I knew
And
everyone can
then we
afford a
never have
Tesla, right?
electrical, outages or problems, right?